कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
एक बार बोलो सर वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। प्रेम से बोलो सखा दी। ओम प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Jai Sri Ram and good morning. Let's all stand for a few moments as we assemble this morning to pay our final respect to a wonderful soul, one who has touched our lives in many different ways and has impacted each and every one of us in a different way. She leaves with each and every one of us a different memory. But such is the fickle nature of life. Bhagwan describes to us in the scriptures that this is an uneventual fate that has to meet and greet all of us, regardless of where or who we are in life. This is destined for all men in this world, regardless of all classes, color, creed, race. So this morning we appeal to the grace of the divine and we ask of that Lord in our own way that one of your children, one of your devotees is ready to return into oneness with you, O Bhagwan. And please grant solace and safe passage to your world via all that we do this morning through our collective efforts. So we clasp hands, close eyes, bow heads, and we gently bow heads as we pay our final reverence to Srimati Sucilla Baldeosingh. Hari Om. Om Pavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastangatopi Va Yah Smaret Pundarekaksham Sabahya Bhyantara Suche. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudamaruta Shturavante Divyashtavai Vedai Sangapatrakramupanishadai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashantam Surasuragana Devaya Tasmai Namo Namaha Namaste Pundarekaksha Namaste Purushottama Namaste Sarvalokatman Namaste Tigmachakradharine Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. We can all kindly take our seats. And Karan, take your name, take her name. Om Vishnu 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 Adya Brahmano Dvitiya Parade Shri Shvetabar Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantari Ashtavinshati Tame Kalyoge Kalivratam Charan Trinadadeshasya Gram Punyakshetre Adrasya Baudhavatare Vartanam Om Ananda Samvatsare Amuka. Today is Wednesday. Buddhavara Nakshatre Magha Yoge Shobhan Bhavakaran Sri Surya Kumra Shri Sri Shankusho Singra Shri Shishiritu Uttarayan Om Yatha Yatarani Stan Nishesho Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Anteshti Karman Aham Kadishye. Say Om Sri Krishna Arpanam, please. And now we'll perform rites for her. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Mritstana Sabanimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Water for sacrificial bath. And now adornment. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Mritstana Sabanimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Mritstana Sabanimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Om Twang Gandharva Kanstwangin Maya Diyate. Go down. All the way around. Come back up. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Pretasya. Everything. Mritstana Sabanimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Tulsi Mala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Mritstana Sabanimitam Maya Diyate Dhupam Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam. 1, 2, 3 here, and then walk around 5 times. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ke dukh tu kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ke dukh दूर करे. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai 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 Krishna Hare. I surrender unto the Lord Sri Krishna, Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare, who takes away my sorrows, my afflictions, and that Lord that brings me into oneness with Him. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Sushila Pretasya Om Pratyarshristatri Pindaste Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam Nimikamekate Pinmritstana Sabanamitam Ekate Pindo Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam To Yanjali Maya Diyate Tavo Patishtitam Sri Parameshwaraya Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagwan, of course, tells us that when such moments come, it matters not where we live or what we eat, what we drive, what we wear. What is integral at this moment is the collective good and bad that we have done. So the sum total of all our actions, that is called karma. As Hindus, we believe in the concept of karma, and karma is what drives the jivatma. We also believe in the physical body, which is flesh, bones, and hair, is here as long as the soul resides within the body. But the moment that the soul exits from this body, then certainly this is what has to take place. The body has to be disposed of, but soul continues to remain and linger on. And that's a concept that has been elucidated in our scriptures from time immemorial. This is why so much care is given by us as Hindus to disposal and the last rites of our departed loved ones. Because the karmas don't die with the body. Karma continues post-death. It's attached to the soul. And this is why Bhagwan, God, points us in the direction of be careful of what we do while this soul resides in this body, because every action that is taken by us in this body is yielding some type of karma. Everything that I do, I am making karma. Whether it's good or bad, I get what is called sin. And these both merits and sins are what attributes or what forms the deposit of karma. Sometimes in English we read the law of retribution. And this is most important for us to remember. That when we get to this moment, it is, Bhagwan tells us there's na brata, na bandhu, na sakha. There is no friend, there is no relative, there is no spouse, there is no son, there is no daughter. There is only you and your maker. You have to atone and account for whatever karmas have been made by you. So this is why it's integral, especially when death dawns upon a home, that we turn to God, to Bhagwan. It's most important, because it is at that juncture that He is the only one that can really and truly help the soul in such a condition. There's a beautiful bhajan that I am seeing here. Pinjare ke panchi. The bhajan tells us of a bird that resides in a cage, something that we are all familiar with. And while it's in the cage, it's singing away. And the master or the owner of the bird in the cage smiles, because he says the bird is so happy that it's singing its life out. But really and truly what it is doing is grieving. And it is the master who is mistaken and thinks that the bird is in a state of happiness, when the bird is really in a state of great depression. He wants to kill himself. But he doesn't have any way to express that sorrow than to sing. For if the cage is opened for one moment, he will stop singing and he would just fly out. Doesn't matter what he does. That illustration is used to show the connection between the soul and the body. The soul represents the bird and the body represents the cage. So Bhagwan describes that although the soul is here, giving it material comfort doesn't do anything for the soul, it comforts the body. The soul is only comforted by the grace of the divine. So very beautifully we join this morning. Pinjare ke panjire तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई. Nobody knows my sorrow. बाहर से तू खामोश तू है. Externally I don't say anything, and because I don't say anything everybody thinks I'm happy. भीतर रोए रोए हो भीतर रोए रे रो. Bhitar means inside. Inside I am crumbling, I am dying slowly. But because on the externally everybody sees a pleasant face and they see me composed, they think that I am really happy. तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे. Nobody knows what I go through. Nobody knows my life. Nobody knows my story. But what can be said of this bird? कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे. This journey that is called life, very difficult. विधि न तेरी कथा लिखी आंसू में कलम दे रो. But in this life that I have, there's a likhi that there's a writing that is taking place on a page, and the tears that fall from my eyes is the pen that does the writing. Tera dard na jaane ko, tera dard na jaane ko. चुपके चुपके रोने वाले रखना छुपा के दिल के चाले रे. I stay very, very quiet and the tears flow like rivers. Dil ke chale re, who knows what goes through my heart. चुपके चुपके रोने वाले रखना छुपा के दिल के चाले रे. ये पत्थर का देश है पगले. This world is so cruel. ये पत्थर का देश है पगले. That everybody looks at me and thinks that I am mad. But this is the cruelty of the world that I live in. ये पत्थर का देश है पगले कोई ना तेरा हो. Nobody understands me. तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को. राम नाम राम नाम राम नाम सबका इसी गत है. राम नाम सत्य है means the name of God is the only truth in this world. सबका इसी गति है. Nothing in this world is ours. Everything is His, because we all have to die and leave it. Therefore, nothing is ours, truly ours. Everything is His. When you die, there is nothing that you can claim again. Everything belongs to Him. It is His world. So Ram Nam Satya hai, sabka isi gati hai. Scriptures tell us, of course, that Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani dehi tatha sharirani. When the body is shed, Vasansi means a piece of clothing, just as clothing is shed, and new ones are worn again. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya, when they are cast out. Navani dehi paranti. New ones are taken up by it. Tatha sharirani, when so to the body when it has come to the end of its karma. That's why in our dharma day we account for persons dying at a young age, not because of any other reason but karma. Karma is given to us each lifespan, each life that the soul gets. The soul keeps changing bodies according to the karma that is there. And in each life that it goes, it is given an allotted lifespan. Not old age. Old age is not a determinant of death. Karma is. And once that karma for that life is worked out, death is going to come. person is going to die. So Bhagavan says that this is how the process goes. So remember it, O Arjun. He tells Arjun in the Gita that Tatha Sharinani, this is what in Navani Dehi, they are going to take on new bodies. Remember this, O Arjun. Life is temporary. Life is temporary. And we all see that nowadays. Yesterday I was at a funeral. Today I'm at a funeral. Some days in the weeks gone by, I do more funeral in the week than puja. 4 or 5 funerals. 1 week we do 5 funerals, one after the next. And not just COVID, normal deaths as well. You can attribute the increase in the death to COVID, but it's not just COVID deaths. The boys who are here and they're working at Das and Budus will tell you, normal deaths are also on the increase. So people are dying. People are dying, and this is something we have to stop and take stock of. Today you are here, tomorrow you are not. So the little moments that you hear, the bhajan, I think one of the bhajan there is, Aaye bhiya kela, jaye bhiya kela. 2 din ki zindagi hai, 2 din ka mela. You are here for 2 days. Make the best of what you can. Do what you can the best way. Bhagwan is never angry with us having a comfortable life. But also remember that the purpose that you are here for is to send your soul back to God and live your life in such a way. This lady live a happy life, you know. She worries. When I sing in this song just now, remember she? Yeah. I used to get a message from she every single day, you know. Every single day. It could be in the morning 6 o'clock or in the night 12 o'clock. Sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning too. She's sending me something. Every single day. 3077717 sending me a message. Every single day. Sometimes I will respond to her. I put a clap hand. Sometimes I will say, Sush, what's going on? And she will message something or she will say something. You have to understand when people reach out to us, we live in a day, an age, a time, a society. When people reach out to us, you don't know what pain they're going through. Do something to help them. That's more important. Do not turn your back on your loved ones. That's why we are called family. Because we are supposed to stand together. This is the duty that we have. So Bhagwan's blessings to her. She was a very noble soul. And for the years that I have known her, which is many, many, many years ago, you know, when she couldn't put up the flag again, she said, Pandit, I still want to do the puja. I could do it small, but I want to do it. And she would make sure and she would do it. Religiously, I would come. Even if it's just she, sometimes it will be she and one person again. Religiously, she will come and she will do her duty. She lived her life. All of you know that. All of you know her. Some of you know her better than I do. She lived her life. She lived her life to the fullest, but she never forgot she God. She always keeps she God on she side. Every single day. That's why I told you. Every day I would get a message from her. And every message that I get from her is religious in nature. So every single day, this is something that she would do. So God bless her soul. You know, Bhagwan truly, truly bless her that, you know, she has left this world, but in the world that where she goes, you know, she always had a good mind, a good heart. You know, it doesn't matter what circumstances come to her, she always kept a positive mind. She said what God knows best. You know, she's out and Pandit, but you know, think hard or whatever the case is. Because she used to talk. When we meet, she would talk. She'd say, but you know, God, don't worry, man, that is life. Think something will work out some way. And that is what she kept in her mind. So may God Bhagwan shower His grace upon her. And may the Divine Lord, of course, take her into oneness with Him. I pray that Bhagwan, you know, she's a devotee. She is one of His own. And I pray, of course, that Bhagwan returns her into oneness with Him. Ek baar bolo Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. We give a few moments for the members of the family and loved ones, all of you who are here to come and pay your last respect in the form of arti and flowers and so forth. I'll do a few bhajans. And in the meantime, of course, we have to be at the site for 1 o'clock. So we would leave just in about 15-20 minutes time. So those of members of family and friends, those of you who want to come put flowers, make arti, whatever is your last wish, I want to orderly, please, and as orderly as possible. And you know, we try to keep the distancing as well. Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyon ke dukh doot kare, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी। both sides. Yeah, help him. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करें, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, लोचन मन में जगे न हो तो, युगल चरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। तुमने लाखों पापी तारे, मेरी बाजी बाजी हारी, बाजी हारी। मेरे पास न पुण्य की पूंजी, मेरे पास न पुण्य की पूंजी, पद पूजन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। जीवन देखें, जीवन देखें जाल बिछाया, रच की माया नाच नचाया, नाच नचाया। चिंता मेरी तभी मिटेगी, चिंता मेरी तभी मिटेगी, जब चिंतन में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम. Karen, put some ghee in the fire. Om Shanno Devidabhishtapo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyo Ravi Sravantu Naha. May the God of death, of course, ferry us safely to the world of Bhagwan. Om Yamaya Namaha Swaha. Om Dharmarajaya Namaha Swaha. Om Mrityave Namaha Swaha. Om Antakaya Namaha Swaha. Om Vaivasvataya Namaha Swaha. Om Kalaya Namaha Swaha. Om Sarvabhutakshaya Namaha Swaha. Audumbaraya Namaha Swaha. Dadhanaya Namaha Swaha. Nilaya Namaha Swaha. Parameshtane Namaha Swaha. Brikodaraya Namaha Swaha. Chitraya Namaha Swaha. Chitraguptaya Namaha Swaha. All silence. We ask of the Divine Lord in our own way, whatever way you know best, ask Bhagwan, of course, to confer mukti, to confer oneness to her. Hari Om Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurama Mritam Gamaya Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Har. Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. Remain standing, please. Lift up and go in on the boxes, go in on the cloth. Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. सबका ऐसी गति है. Ram Nam. Anybody? We get our space in the middle here too. No, that's all right. You could think. All right, lift up. Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. सबका ऐसी गति है. Rest down. Put the cloth together with the handle. Carry stoop down right there.
No, you just carry on. You don't balance it. Ready?
Yeah. Take this care. Bechi. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Sucilla Pretasya Sabrnimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtitam. Right, Arti. Om Surya Gachatu Vatamatma Dhyam Gacha Prataveta Garma Dharma Apogaj Apogacha Tatrate Hitamokadisho Pratishta Sharidai. Om Panchatattva Shanti Bhavatu. Om Panchatattva Shanti Bhavatu. Om Panchatattva Shanti Bhavatu. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ready? Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Ram Adhyamo Gotras Sucilla Pretas Dwadeshi Pantanamete Kate Pindumaya Diate Tovarishram Toyanjali. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Toyanjali Maya Diate. Krishna, Krishna. Actually, lifting up and the foot going first. Ram Nam.
Miles, look at here. Take the water.
जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा. रोके जमाना चाहे रोके खुदाई तुमको आना पड़ेगा, जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा। तरसती निगाहों ने आवाज दी है, मोहब्बत की राहों ने आवाज दी है। आ, जाने हया जाने अदा छोड़ो तरसाना तुमको आना पड़ेगा, जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा।
ये माना हमें जैसे जाना पड़ेगा, पर ये समझ लो तुमने जब भी पुकारा हमको आना पड़ेगा, जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा। हम अपनी वफा पे ना इल्जाम लेंगे, तुम्हें दिल दिया है तुम्हें जा भी देंगे। जब इश्क का सौदा किया फिर क्या घबराना, हमको आना पड़ेगा, जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा।
चमकते हैं जब तक ये चांद और तारे, न टूटेंगे अब अहदो पैमा हमारे। एक दूसरा जब दे सदा हो के दीवाना, हमको आना पड़ेगा, जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा, निभाना पड़ेगा।